Well, I did my sky racing in the online. Now it's time for me to go online at sea. Starting with the Tropical Plunder. And as you can see, Kitty Mew, aka Chelsea Girl, is playing as a character I don't have, named Splat, aka the Fawn with the paintbrush. Did you know the original Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage also had a fawn character named Alora? Here I am as the dive clumps in the dive bomber. You know, here's a funny fact about dive bomber. I mean, when he was being in development, they originally were gonna make him a diving fish helmet, as in a fish in a diving suit. Unfortunately, they cut him off because they have no idea how to make the fish float as a toy. Although they could try using those transparent stands that Amiibo uses for the Duck Hunt figure when the Duck Hunt character is flying. I can't stay underwater forever. Sometimes I'll have to rise up to the surface. You know, maybe I should try thinking about doing a Skylanders animation crossover with Spongebob Squarepants. I done something like that earlier, but not on something legit on SpongeBob, like say doing something with driving the boat. I mean, we all know that SpongeBob is never gonna get his boating license. In many episodes of Spongebob Squarepants, where you think he's about to pass, there's something else gone wrong that prevents him from passing. For instance, in this episode, Nautical Novice, where SpongeBob and Mrs. Puff go to a museum, there was a pretty cool action sequence of SpongeBob trying to stop the big boat from ever crashing into Bikini Bottom, and that cool action climax made it seem like SpongeBob would actually be able to get his driver's license. Unfortunately, the entire action scene was a lie in the end. For some reason, a little tugboat was just added in front of it, making it look like SpongeBob did not pass at all. No, as it was just something a little help, but you see the outside of it multiple times, outside of the big boat multiple times, and never once did you ever see a little tugboat in front of it. That's the point of the status quo, as in, you cannot make a big change in SpongeBob. It has to be reset. It becomes quite insulting, actually. It sort of happens again in Bumper to Bumper, the episode where Mrs. Puff teaches SpongeBob to drive out in the open road in the middle of nowhere. And I've lost track with what I was doing. And now it's not gonna help very well with the slow-mo. Now, speaking of Bumper to Bumper, Bumper to Bumper had Mrs. Puff take SpongeBob up into the open field, where there are no distractions whatsoever. He SpongeBob seems to have the opportunity to pass until they accidentally stumbled upon a road where it was filled with traffic jams. And apparently SpongeBob has managed to make it. He managed to complete his task, and Mrs. Puff gave him a driver's license. Unfortunately, it was ruined when a police officer came by saying that Mrs. Puff stepped over the line during her teaching, making this test null and void, which means SpongeBob has to take the test again. There are some good boating school episodes, like the Hot Shot, the first boating school episodes, No Free Rides, and some other things. So that was fun. Next up is the Golden Temple. I hope you've enjoyed this video.